Yes, Chair. Next we have Mr. Raymond Johnson.
Good evening. I want to talk about the EIR, and we did submit written comments on the EIR back in July or August, whenever that was. I've been out of town and just got back in town yesterday, so don't have written comments for you tonight, but I have some verbal ones for you. There are a lot of problems, I think, with the EIR on this project. The findings relative to toxic air contaminants in the EIR are based solely on the fact that it's a short duration. The kids are only going to be there for 2 or 3 years. But that doesn't consider the significant impact that's been identified in MATE study and a number of other studies of the severe impact to growing children and their lung development caused by toxic air contaminants. The state recommends that you not be within 500 feet of a freeway for this type of facility, and yet it's much closer than 500 feet to the freeway. The analysis in the EIR for the ephemeral drainage on site acknowledges that, yeah, it's probably a tributary to Marietta Creek and therefore is probably Corps of Engineers jurisdictional waters of the U.S. But they didn't do any analysis of it within the EIR. They said, well, we'll look at that later. That's an improper deferral of analysis. They need to find out if it's in fact waters of the U.S. and deal with that within the EIR, not after the environmental process has been completed. It also didn't consider the impact on the existing school, the noise impacts. There was no analysis of the permanent noise impacts to the property that's being surrounded. Just some unsupported conclusions that it's really not going to be significant. They didn't consider the impacts on I-15 main line, which in our comment letter we inappropriately referred to as I-215, but they should have figured that we meant I-15. They didn't consider the impact to the main line on I-15. They improperly deferred development of a traffic mitigation plan for the project. The findings section of the EIR in the section referring to toxic air contaminants doesn't discuss toxic air contaminants. It discusses general air quality issues.
Mr. Johnson, I'm going to have to stop you. You are out of time.
Okay. It's a lousy EIR and it needs to be completely fixed.
Thank you.